Hello and welcome to another exciting Let's Play. It's your girl Kayleigh Alyssa here, and my gosh, this is really loud. Is it really loud for you guys too? Really loud for me. Oh cow. Welcome to Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, the trilogy. That's right, I have the whole trilogy. And I don't even need my controller. It's right on my phone. So obviously I'm gonna play Ace Attorney. Now here's a game. Now here's a guy who reminds me of someone. I said I wouldn't say his name. Oh, what the hell? Patrick Mahomes. I'm just kidding. Sorry. I don't watch sports ball. So here's a game. I have played this before. Now I did play it when I was live streaming on TikTok back in the TikTok days. So some of you may have seen me doing this already. But it's not it's not in my repertoire of games. Am I using that word right? You know, I haven't played it on YouTube, so we're gonna do that, so that my fans here on YouTube can enjoy this game. And who knows? Maybe I've forgotten some of it by now. I don't know. We'll see. Now I did beat most of this. I beat the official game, like when it was originally released. What would be considered as the whole game. But when they re-released this game for other platforms, they added a new story. After you beat the original game, there's an extra story at the end. That's the one I got stuck on. So hopefully, viewers like you can help me beat this game once and for all. Episode 1, the first turnabout. Here we go. Let's go. Yeah. Play the first turnabout. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's play. Uh-oh. Oh, the thinker. That's right. Oh, the thinker. Damn it. Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. Yeah, I'll make it look like he did it. Yeah, objection. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Wow. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. Whew. I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. God, how is she wearing that in the court? You know what? Are we talking about the big necklace she's got on, or? What are we talking about here? Oh, is it the ascot? You have a problem with her ascot? Is that what the problem was? It says a lot about you. And your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? If that's not a conflict of interests at all. No, that's totally normal. To represent your friend. Yes! Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. Oh, that's definitely a conflict of interests. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. No, wait, it's over! No, that's not right. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over! That's not right. Where's my Garrett voice? Ellipses. Yeah. Why am I doing Dick Gumshoe? I lost the voice. Hold on. Oh, it's over. My life, everything. It's all over. There it is. I found it. That was weird. I couldn't find Garrett. Let's see who the person even is. I know who the person is. My life, everything. It's all over. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair. Oh! I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. This guy? Yeah, Larry Butts. It's Larry Butts. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me who took my baby away. The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? Well, the newspapers say it was you. Yeah, remember I was using this voice, the Garrett voice for Larry Butts, because you know he's a bit of a ladies' man. You know what I mean? My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. Why would your first case be a... You know what? I get it. It totally makes sense that your first case would be a homicide. Representing one of your closest and longest friends. Crazy. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. His best friend. Best friend. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 2. Love the crying star eyes. It's adorable. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Ahem. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Ellipses. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, hands shaking, eyesight fading, knees weak, palms are sweaty. There's vomit on his shirt already, mom's spaghetti. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. The defendant? Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. My best friend who I've known since grade school. He's the reason I have this job. That's a conflict of interest. I'll ignore it. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Whew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. Wait. Uh-oh. No way. I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? It's in the court record. Can I just look at the court record? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Oh, the victim. Of course. Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just touch the court record button to check it at any time, okay? Cindy? Cindy Stone. Phoenix is terrible. The victim in this case. Cindy Stone. Who's this guy? Winston Payne. He gets a lot better by the later cases. He does. Well, he's the hero, but this is his first case. Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Cinderblock. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? Oh wait, it was a loss of blood due to blunt trauma. She died because she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. She was struck by a smooth criminal. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then, first, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne?
Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you care to explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was the statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Wow, a statue in the shape of the thinker. It's rather heavy. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use the court record button to check the court record frequently. I plan to. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand.
Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Well, knowing Larry tends to put his foot in his mouth often. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Honestly, that's a voice that I haven't really, leaned into in other games. I can't really get into that character, outside of this role as Phoenix Wright. The Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, It's got that little bit of a rasp, very protagonist-style voice, He's clearly the hero. Serious, but he can have his moments where he's honestly a little nervous. He's likable, but he's also very serious about getting the job done. For justice. And I'm surprised I haven't, brought that voice. It just never comes to me when I'm trying to think of somebody's voice, in these other games. It's a voice that's really only stuck with Phoenix Wright. So, I don't know, I just thought I'd just notice that I don't recall ever using, this specific, style of voice. I've only really ever used it for Phoenix.
Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you?
Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra, and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? Didn't they all die? Well, I mean, obviously Cleopatra died eventually. It was a long time ago, you see. But wasn't that, part of their stories together? Was that they one or both of those couples died? Didn't they all die? Oh yeah, hey, yeah. See, I thought I remember that. They all died. I swear I've never played this game. Obviously, I said at the beginning of this video that I played this game before. Oh, my cat's just sitting on my hoodie. Wow, how cute. Sorry, I just noticed that.
I wasn't dumb. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever.
He's twitching. Why is he twitching?
What's it to you, anyway?
It's a little eye twitch, right? I'm losing it.
Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder.
What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it lies. I don't believe a word of it.
Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on July 30th. 3 days ago? 4 days ago? Anyway, the day before the murder. Wow, this is the time of this, the date of this whole trial thing. It's kind of close to our actual date. Just realized that. Wasn't thinking about it. Should have played this a couple weeks ago. Huh? You should have played it a couple weeks ago instead of that other game I was playing, huh? Sorry, I had to kiss my cat. She's just being so cute.
Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder.
Dude, no way. Oh, I would have thought she'd show up the day after.
Now, the victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies.
Daddies? Sugar?
Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. And their penises. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle.
Damn.
We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Now tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now?
Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question.
Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I?
Oh, I don't know, chat. Should I wait and see what happens or stop him from answering? I feel like if I call for an objection to stop him from answering, I do think that it holds relevance to motive. It definitely holds relevance to the motive of the homicide. Be a good lawyer. Don't have him answer. I will try, but I do, you know, from a law standpoint, I do see that this does have relevance. So, despite my better judgment, I will try to stop him from answering.
My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men.
Good lawyers make their clients shut the fuck up. Well, yeah, no, that's true. But I feel like calling for an objection would be... I do see the relevance to this case. Unfortunately.
That question is irrelevant to the case.
It is relevant because of motive. If he knew, then there would be motive.
Wince.
Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant?
No, please shut up.
That she dog.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite.
Oh boy, this is not looking good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not?
Huh? Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
This is a homicide case. You need to answer the question, whether you went there or not. To have evidence to prove that you're... You know what? Uh-oh. He went. Well, what do I do? Stop him from answering. Please don't say anything. I'll send him a signal. Lie like a dog. I don't think he understands the signals. Well, see, it's like this. I don't remember. I'll try and stop him, Sky, but I don't know. It's like this. I don't remember.
You don't remember? Well, then we'll just have to remind you.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
We have a witness that can prove he did go to the victim's apartment that day.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the... Oh, sorry.
The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, this guy's totally the killer. You're on the wrong side. The evidence is stacking up. I still got to stick up for my best friend, who is in no way a conflict of interests that I'm, defending him in court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the scene. That's a little on the nose, isn't it? Frank Sawit? That's his real name? Okay. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand.
What's funny, Sky, is that at the beginning of this, you see who the actual murderer is. So, we know it's that guy. That's what I love about this game. It's oftentimes you clearly know going into it as the player, you know who the actual murderer was. For a lot of these, anyways. I don't know, or at least this one for sure.
Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct?
Oh yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Okay, we gotta pay attention. Witness testimony. We have to, call up some objections and, things like that. So hold on. All right, pay attention. Pay attention, class. I'm gonna show you the ropes.
Well, I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door halfway open behind him. Thinking it's strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately.
Monk is the same way. This is the only case where you see who did it. Most of the other cases are obvious who the killer is. Oh, super obvious. Super obvious, right? I remember the second one. Obviously, you know who it isn't. Come on. Come on.
I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. 1 o'clock p.m. sharp. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant, sitting right over there.
Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? 'Cause you told him not to. 'Cause I told him not to. Ah, crap. Now he looks even more guilty. I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor, that's why I have to leave my phone at home when I go out drinking, so I don't accidentally, text my ex, or call her, even worse. You mean, because of the electricity. Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit, used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Wow, the blackout record. Yeah, electricity was, yeah, okay. So from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Okay, which means he's claiming that he went in there at 1 p.m. Okay. Noon to 6. It was 1 hour later, supposedly, quote unquote. Okay. We gotta look at our timestamps here. Also, whoops. Oh, sorry, I skipped that. Didn't mean to. What was time of death was from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. So that doesn't add up at all. If he says that it was at 1 p.m., that's already not matching up. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Well, I'll gladly examine some cross-dressers, but I don't think I see any here. I don't think Mia is...
All right. This is it. The real deal.
What exactly am I supposed to do? Will I have to examine you?
Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave.
Lies? What? He was lying? Obviously he was lying. You didn't see... you know what?
Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty?
Boom, boom. How do I prove he's not?
You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there.
Yeah, the time. No, it was the time for sure.
First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. I think Mia's my favorite character. I can't wait to see more of her.
Yeah, I know. I'm so excited to see where this goes. Like, the story between, like, the two of them. Are they going to be, like, a dynamic duo in the courtroom? I'm so excited. Because they make a great pair. And I know this is his first case, but just imagine how good he's going to be on the second case as her partner, as her law firm partner. Right?
Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face.
I'm supposed to rub something in his face? Okay.
Open the court record with the court record button, then point out contradictions in the testimony.
Okay. Yeah, no, I can do that. Cross-examination. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. Hold it! Isn't a man leaving an apartment a common sight? His shoulders. I find it odd you would take notice of him. Well, I don't know. He just seemed strange to me, that's all. Like he was mad and yet frightened at the same time. Just like a criminal fleeing the scene of a crime. No. Objection! Objection! Speculation! Where's my objection right there? Come on. Aha! Conjecture! The defense requests that the witness refrain from conjecture. Of course, what the witness means is that the man he saw looked suspicious. So, what happened next? Well, I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door halfway open behind him. No, I meant to hit press. Okay, thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. What gave you the idea to do that? Well, the door was halfway open, you see. Isn't it only human to want to peek? We climb mountains because they're there. It's the same thing.
truer words have never been spoken. Anyone would look inside.
Why did Payne cut him off so quickly?
So, you looked into the apartment. What happened then?
Well, then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. Hold it! Are you sure she was dead? Well, no, I guess I wasn't. But she wasn't moving at all, and there was blood everywhere. I guess that would look fatal to anyone. Very well, what happened next? I quailed in fright, found myself unable to go inside. Wait. No, hold on. Hold it! So you didn't touch anything in the apartment? Yes, I mean no, nothing. He's lying. He obviously touched something because he tried to use the phone. Okay, what happened next? I thought to call the police immediately. You thought to call the police? Does that mean you didn't actually call them?
Please, listen to the rest of his testimony. You thought to call the police. What happened next?
However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. Hold it! The phone in her apartment wasn't working? Yes, I mean, no, it wasn't, right. But you said you didn't go into the apartment, or did you? That, I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on a shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call.
And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next?
I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. Why use a public phone? Well, you see, I don't have a cell phone. And being in the middle of the afternoon, there was no answer at the nearby apartments. All right. What time did you call again? I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Objection! You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at some time after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap?
This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. And you can believe I know all about being hard. Yeah, Mr. Solid. Why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. You can put it on my spot after this. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Just like I'll point out where my spot is. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Oh, wait! I remember now! Would you care to give your testimony again? Alright, here we go. What's the new lie gonna be, huh? Time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. There's a contradiction right there. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a tape program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program.
A taped program watched with what? Huh? Sounds to me like there's a contradiction with the time that there was a blackout in the building.
Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right. You know what to do.
This game came out in 2001, but takes place in 2014, so him not having a cell phone should be suspicious in 2014. It should be! Right? It should be! I've got this one. Okay.
You see, when I found the body, I heard the time.
Hold it! You said heard, not saw?
Yes, heard.
See, if you had said saw, perhaps there was a clock on the wall in the apartment. And during this court case, I can't prove that there isn't a battery-operated clock on the wall showing the time. That perhaps maybe the time was off because the batteries had died in that clock. The one in my bathroom is the same way. I haven't replaced the batteries. I probably should.
Yes, heard. All I saw was the body lying there. I didn't think to look at anything else, least of all my watch.
Isn't that a little strange? So you're saying you heard something. But if you were so shocked by the body, you wouldn't hear anything at all.
The witness did say he actually heard the time. It's ludicrous to suggest he wouldn't hear anything. I have to agree with the prosecution. Witness, continue your testimony. If there was a voice saying the time, it was probably coming from the television.
Objection! Hold it right there! The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it.
Yeah, watch him sweat.
Gah! You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Gah!
The defense has a point. You have an explanation for this, Mr. Solid?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Ah! Wait, I remember now.
Mr. Solid, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility.
My favorite thing about Ace Attorney is all the people who perjure themselves. Honestly, like, even if they're innocent, even the ones who aren't actually, like, you know, the murderer, the ones who are just witnesses that perjure themselves, they would be seeing serious time and or fines. Come on.
That? And you seem rather distraught.
Happens a lot in real life too. Yeah, but we catch them. And that's the thing, is if you're caught perjuring, there are consequences for that, you know?
Gah!
But my apologies, Your Honor.
It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawich. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. This time the truth.
Okay. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. No, I saw it. Yeah, there was a table clock in the apartment. Wasn't there? There's a difference between hearing it and seeing it. Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim.
Yeah. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly. Okay. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it.
Hold it!
That strikes me as a very suspicious mistake. Yes, I can see how you'd be a little doubtful. I'm really sorry. I only just remembered that table clock.
A table clock?
There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there?
Hold it!
Hold it! A table clock? Was there a clock at the scene?
This is the first I've heard of it.
Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim.
Objection!
Wait just a moment! The murder weapon wasn't a clock, it was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? Ah! You with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Solomon. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock.
Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne.
As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it, it says the time. Thinking out loud.
Yeah. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submit it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now?
Yes. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he... You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder.
Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there.
I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her! You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard.
Order! Order in the court! Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Solid, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
Well, what's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face.
Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
I never. Look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw. What? Shut up, I hate you. Yeah, it was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Give him death. Oh my God, he threw his wig. I don't remember that. Oh my God.
Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright.
Your Honor?
You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Your Honor? The sound Mr. Solid heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? Okay, I think this is a peak voice acting. Thank you so much. Oh my God, this game really brings out the best in me, honestly. I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. Close to kitchen killer. Should change appearance like phase 2 of boss fight. Yeah, hell yeah! I love that. Yeah, that certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25.
Wait a minute. Ah! As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha! Ha ha! You forgot one thing. Uh-oh, what's he talking about now? While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawit. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal I say. You lawyers are all slime. Grr, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. So close. Oh well. No, well there's still I can re-examine Larry, right? There's nothing I can do about it now. There's something I can do. No, I could prove
Not so fast, Mr. Sawit.
Chief.
Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think.
But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that.
Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow, and think through it. Why was it slow? Why was it on a time difference? Why would the victim's clock be on a time difference? Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Right. Think, Phoenix, think! Can you think of a reason why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes.
Wait! Maybe I can prove it!
You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough worries. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30 the day before the murder. The clock wasn't 3 minutes slow. It was 9 hours, or it wasn't 3 hours slow. It was 9 hours fast. Take that! The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours! When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. there the next day. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast! The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong! Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It, or should I say, Mr. Did It? My god, did he take like a cyanide pill? What was that? Was it foaming at the mouth? I was being a smooth brain. I have never seen a game like this before and thought she picked the wrong guy. No, I did it! I did it! Ha ha! Order! Order, I say! Well, you probably missed that part during the beginning where it was saying that she was abroad. Not like she's a broad. She was abroad, like in a different country. Not a broad as in she's a woman. She's also that. This case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness. Welcome, non sequitur. But yes, absolutely. I'm totally glad. Oh my god. How many people are watching? 6 people are watching? Oh, you guys love Phoenix Wright. Oh man, this is the right game to play. The right game? Haha!
Hey, he was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. It's pretty entertaining while you're working on stuff. Voice acting is fine. Well, thank you. I do try. You know, that's one of the reasons why I love playing games like this, is because I can add my own personal flair to it. Give these characters more depth that you wouldn't normally get unless there was voice acting already in the game. And, you know, a lot of that did come from, you know, inspiration. Like, there are a few characters in here that were inspired by the Game Grumps when I watched them play all those many years ago, when they did play it initially. Like, I know for sure the detective, Dick Gumshoe, I tried to get that voice as close as I could to Aaron's Dick Gumshoe voice acting that he did. And actually, that's kind of the original inspiration for, well, Larry Butts. I call it the Garrett voice because what popularized it in my community of viewers was Garrett from Golden Sun. So it just became known as the Garrett voice. It's the Garrett voice. It sounds like he's kind of a big dumb dummy, but he's a lovable guy. And maybe sometimes can be a bit of a ladies' man. So, and that's honestly the voice that I drew inspiration from, was the voice that Aaron Hansen uses on their dating games, their dating simulators. He uses like that same voice for the protagonist on literally any dating simulator. And that's why it kind of works into, you know, characters that are ladies' man, so to speak. Yeah, it got an anime, but most of the voices are pretty fitting too. Hell yeah. So I watched like an episode of the anime, and I didn't want to get too far into it because I didn't know how far it was. It was going pretty quickly after watching like the first couple episodes. So I was like, ooh, I don't want to get too far and see spoilers for like the other games that I have yet to play from this series. So I'm like, okay, I'll watch the anime someday, but I gotta beat the games first. So, and with that, this court is adjourned. I'm sure you guys can obviously tell that's inspired by Master Roshi. I mean, look at his beard, look at the bald head, look at that's Master Roshi in a suit. Come on, it's him when he goes to like the martial arts tournaments and he's wearing a suit. Just give him a hat and sunglasses. That's him. Or a wig and he's Jackie Chun.
Just look at him. Come on.
It turns out that Frank Sawit was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house.
So did he actually have a job as a newspaper salesman? Did we verify that? Did he not actually have that as a job and he was posing as a newspaper salesman? He never actually... He didn't actually do that? I thought it was both. Okay. Yeah. No, okay. Okay, got it.
That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find.
Love the animations in this. Like they put a lot of work into this game. It's no wonder that they got an anime, you know, based off of this, because there's a lot of really good quality, you know, artwork in this game. And the characters, they're so full of life. Like it deserves an anime.
Whew, I still can't believe we won.
Right. Good job in there. Congratulations.
Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you.
Not at all. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note.
I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. Maybe I can score tonight. I mean, if she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now?
He's got the starry eyes crying. Oh my god, no.
Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no. I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. Ellipsis? But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind.
Congratulations, Harry.
Harry?
Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent.
Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat.
See what I mean? See? Ladies' man. Oh no, I couldn't.
Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present.
A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that...
Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her, and one for me.
Really? You? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento.
Yo, Nick.
Wow, he looks really serious now.
Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. Like, literally into her. I was inside of her. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you want to just cry? Larry.
Ellipses. Are you so sure?
Excuse me?
I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way.
Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay.
Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him?
Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Take that! Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. What about that clock?
What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry!
And she took it with her when she traveled.
Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Ellipses. Well, make of it what you will. Ellipses. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better.
Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off?
Yeah.
I almost said Larry Butts there.
Yeah, I guess so.
Say, how about dinner? On me?
Like, literally on you? Because I would eat anything. I'm allergic to mangoes, and I would lick mangoes off of every inch of your skin.
We'll drink a toast to innocent butts.
Oh, like in a restaurant. Got it. Never mind. Forget what I said about the mangoes. Please don't use that to kill me. Yeah!
Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him.
Yeah, part at least.
You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks?
So there's a chance. So there's a chance.
So there's a chance. So there's a chance. And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless he got the clock he gave Mia." Ellipses. I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident.
Obviously, there's a chance. Did you see what she was wearing? There was so much cleavage, like, right? Like, she was wearing that for somebody. And I don't think it was for Larry Butts.
Maybe it was for Larry Butts. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep.
Bum, bum, bum!
The end.
All right. Well, that was a great game. I'm so glad we finished it. We'll continue this. No, I'm just kidding. It's that's just the first story. That was the first part. So as you guys can see, clearly I played this. Wow. Holy cow. It was almost exactly a year ago. Right on TikTok. Huh. It was a short game. More to the point, it was a short chapter. As you guys can clearly see, I have... Oh, I should say... Yeah, save on the first one. Duh. Feels like a lifetime ago. It was so long ago. Turnabout Sisters. And you know what? We're just gonna race over all of it. Turnabout Sisters. Turnabout Sisters. Nope. We're forgetting that content ever existed. Okay. My TikTok days, they're long behind me. It's time that these save files show it. We're going to forge a new story together. Just you and me, chat. Can't believe it was already a whole year ago, though. Yeah. And I played Golden Sun, too. Golden Sun as well, not the second Golden Sun. I still... Oh, well, I guess technically that was the second Golden Sun that I did play. It was The Lost Age. Yeah. Anyways. We'll play that again here on YouTube sometime.
It'll be an Oops All Garrett's Let's Play of Golden Sun. It'll be funny. Hello? This is Maya. Hey, Maya, it's me. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely. And it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you? Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about this upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So, what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like the statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always liked toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now. You know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. I put some papers inside instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way. Yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9 o'clock, to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner. Something good. Like burgers. Oh, more burgers. No, I had burgers last week. I had burgers last week on our date night. You know what I want this week? I think I want hot dogs. I want a good old Chicago hot dog. Hell, we could just go to like Portillo's and get a good old Chicago hot dog. Oh my gosh. With the relish, the pickle, the tomato, onions, the mustard, celery salt. Everybody always forgets the celery salt when they do it at home. You gotta put the celery salt on or it's not a Chicago dog. It's close. It's close. Well, that's like the bun. It's got to be a poppy seed bun, or it's not a Chicago dog. It's close to a Chicago dog, but it's not. No ketchup! Sky, I swear to God. No, there's this place that we go. So there's a place that like my girlfriend and I went to. It's this hot dog place, and it literally has a poster on the wall that says, if we see you putting ketchup on a Chicago dog, you will be escorted off the premises. And it's so funny because it's probably true. And I haven't tested that theory. I told my boss, and my boss is like, I'm going to go there, and I'm going to look them square in the eyes while I put ketchup on a Chicago dog. And I'm like, you don't need it. It already has tomatoes on it. You don't need the... Oh my God, I'm getting upset. I'm... Crash Out Candy's coming out. Somebody's trying to put ketchup on a Chicago dog. I'm not even from Chicago. I've never lived in Chicago. But I just love Chicago dogs that much, and I respect the tradition of the Chicago... It's the principle... It's the principle. Mustard? Yeah, it's got mustard on it. Hell yeah, it's yellow mustard. Don't put spicy brown on there. Spicy brown is for bratwurst. Yellow mustard, that's for Chicago dogs. Anyways. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. You guys are gonna get high beforehand? Oh, you're gonna eat so many burgers. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis. See you soon. Yep, I'll be waiting, Maya. God, that is so sharp. That is the most violent beep I've ever heard. What the hell? Conversation recorded September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Okay. Just a little bit of a jump forward. About a month. About a month has passed since the first trial. I should remember that. September 5th, 9:27. Okay. September 5th, 8:57. They show you these dates and these times for a reason. Like, I bet you something important's gonna happen here. Fan Cola offices. Now, Miss Faye, I'll take what's mine. The papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have.
Miss Fay, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers.
How could you know? Wait, how could he know? He was listening in on a phone conversation. He was either there or the phone line is bugged.
Ho, ho! You are not cogniferous of my background. Gathering information is my business, you see.
Ah! Aha! He bugged the phone line. He tapped the line. I should have been more careful.
Ho, ho! My dear Miss Fay, I am so very sorry. But I am afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Fay.
Huh? Mia! What is that hair? Red, white, blue. September 5th, 9:08. So this was only, what, like 11 minutes later? Not Mia! I had such a crush on her already. I've only known her for about an hour. Well, technically my character's known her for a month, but, you know, whatever.
Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh? That's strange. Guess the chief left without me.
I hope she's okay. I hope she's okay, too. Not that I played this and got to chapter 5, but, you know.
She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. Ellipses. What's that smell?
It smells like iron. Copper? Like pennies. It smells like pennies.
Blood? Mia! Maybe she's in her office!
Yeah, office. Oh, it's thrown apart. Look at that. Oh, there's stuff everywhere. Ah, we're mucking up the evidence. Oh, God.
That smell. Blood.
Ellipses? Sis?
Someone's there.
Ellipses! But excitedly.
Chief? Chief! Chief! Who are you?
Ellipses?
The strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa and went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade, until finally she was cold. Chief. Okay, let's see. Some shards of glass are scattered on the floor. They seem to be the remains of a glass light stand. It's encrusted with dried blood. How ironic that this became the murder weapon. Again. There's a large building right across from the office. The Gatewater Hotel. A nice, luxurious place. The chief's chair. Simple, functional design. Feels pretty good to sit in, too. Chief. It's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here, she was struck on the forehead, or on the head, not the forehead. I can't read today, apparently. She was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker
lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. The thinker added to the court record. The murder weapon looks like a statue, but it's actually a clock, made by Larry Butts. Oh, Larry Butts, how did you get tied up in this again? There are some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room.
Is the original game the only one you've played? Not Justice for All? No, yeah, I haven't played Justice for All or Trials and Tribulations. And technically, the first game, this one, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, I'd never fully beat it. I got to the final chapter and I got stuck. I couldn't figure out how to progress to the next part of the trial. I thought I talked to everybody, I examined everything. So we were like in examinations before the final part of the trial, and I still never fully figured out what happened with that one. And that was the bonus trial, it was the bonus chapter that was added after the game was re-released on different platforms. Including the mobile release, which is what you guys are seeing. This is a mobile version of Ace Attorney. And it's the full Ace Attorney trilogy. I think it was like $20 I bought off the Google Play Store. So if you guys want to play, I'm not sponsored by them, but maybe I should be. Capcom, looking at you. Hey? Huh? Or even the Google Play Store. If you Google, you want to give me a special shout out. You want to have your people talk to my people. My people is my cat. But you can contact her via Jingly Balls, or I have like a fishing lure toy that usually gets her attention. So nothing else that seems like a clue here. A piece of paper. It must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? Huh? A word is written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya. Did Mia write this? That's probably the worst thing you could have written on a piece of paper. Like your own sister's name, who was supposed to meet you mere minutes after your murder. With the last of your strength, you wrote your sister's name. Immediately, that's gonna bring into question, is the sister the murderer? Why? Oh yeah, the investigations for cases 4 and 5 were confusing, but one of the best cases, it actually says Mayo. She was killed by Mayo. It's very fattening. You know, clogged arteries. Very common cause of death in America, which I believe this game might take place in, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know what Japan's judicial system looks like. Maybe it is in Japan, because a lot of this stuff is like doesn't quite match up with the American judicial system. Anyways, this piece of evidence is a receipt from a department store dated yesterday. Department store receipt with letters written in blood on the back. What is it for? Is it... What did she buy from a department store? I think that's enough snooping around for now. I'd better call the police and find out what that girl was doing here. The girl who has a matching necklace? Same as... It's painful to look, but I have to for Mia's sake. Looks like she was hit in the head with a blunt weapon. She probably died instantly. Okay, so that's everything. That's absolutely everything. Takes place in Japan on the Japanese release, but localized to America everywhere else. Got it. Whoa! I can examine more? The Fay & Co. ledger book. Everything is written in the Chief's ultra-neat handwriting. It's
a small office, but it makes a good bit of money. Surprisingly, the chief was never good with machines. About all she used this PC for was email. She picked up this ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. Take that! Sorry, I got a little too intense. I looked at that already. Right, I'd better call the police. Huh? That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. Well, that's fun. What did I say about tapping the phone? It looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police! Oh, police, please come quick. What was that? Someone screaming from the outside the window? Police, please come quick! She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. Phone receiver's missing. I better not use it. All the chief's important documents are packed in here. I'm just gonna keep looking at evidence. This is where she filed her case records and recent rulings. If I try to escape, it's just gonna make me look more guilty, honestly. Alright, well. Can't look through the trash. Move. And call offices. Ellipses? That girl just now. Where'd she go? I put her right there on the sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me. Yipes! Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? Ellipses. It's okay. I work here. Maya. Maya Faye. Maya Faye? Maya? So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt. I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt.
Eep. That's my name. Well, why? Why would she write my name?
That's what I want to know. It makes you look really guilty. Why would she write your name? And not, you know, the killer? Please, just calm down. Why would sis write my name? Oh, now I've done it. Wee wee. Pas de, pas de. If this came out in France, French version, it says pas de, pas de, pas de, pas de. It's a little bit of a French lesson there for you. Chat. French police and ambulances sound like pas de, pas de, pas de. As in don't. Pas de means. It doesn't matter. The police! Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze! Police! Alright. I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe? What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw her murdered, see? It must have been the woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay, pal? Great, just great. Maya, wait. She wouldn't have. Nah. Wow! Excuse me! Eek!
This word, Maya here, mean anything to you?
Ellipses. That's my name.
What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see?
And the enemy Gumshoe sounds like he's out of breath 24/7. I love that. No, I love that. That means he's working hard. Oh, he's working so. I love Dick Gumshoe. And Dick Gumshoe he's got to be one of my favorite characters in this whole series. Well, one of my favorite characters in any series. I love this guy. Mind, I'm stupid. I made a typo. No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're totally fine. I thought I had simply just my brain auto-corrected you is what I thought would happen. So
the victim drew this here note in her own blood, see?
So look at his chest pounding. He is gasping. He is barely clinging to life.
With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name, pal.
Killer?
He actually has severe pneumonia.
Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am. I reserve pal for guys, you see?
What? Oh, wow.
Mia's younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around, waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible.
September 6th, 9:07 a.m. Detention center. Visitor's room.
Wow, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal.
Well, she is suspected of murder, so, imagine if, what if, right? What if they're right? Probably want to keep her locked up.
Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning.
Good morning. She looks so tired.
Are you going to be my attorney?
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about.
Sorry, not a chance. I only take winning cases. No, I'm kidding. Of course I will. First things first, I better get her cheered up. Yeah, of course I will. Cheer up. That's gotta be the worst attempt at cheering somebody up. You literally said cheer up. Not I'll get you off. No, that sounds weird. Not let's just move on.
Really?
Whoa! Did I say the wrong thing? She looks sadder now. Maybe I should have said I'll get you off. What's wrong? You don't think I can do it?
Ellipses. No, no one could. Who would believe me? Even you. When you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it.
I don't think I did. I think I was clearly almost 95% of the time staring at Mia's boob. It doesn't matter what I was looking at. Well, what matters is I believe you. Definitely wasn't staring at her huge, heaving evidence. God, why did you show the evidence? No! What? Did I look at her like that? No, I definitely looked at Mia like that. I looked at both of her huge, heaving pieces of evidence. No, I never thought.
It's okay. I understand. Ellipses. And I've also heard about you.
Heard? Heard what about me?
I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day.
Today was my junior partner's first time in court.
Wow, really? How'd that go?
It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while since I've edged, but I was edging the entire time we were in court.
Ha! So he crashed and burned.
Partner track right out of school. Lucky Phoenix. Honestly, who gets partner immediately? Nobody. Nobody. You gotta be with a law firm. You gotta be, doing all the side work for years. And, occasionally you'll come up for partner, and oftentimes it doesn't go according to plan. Oftentimes a lot of them don't get partner. He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. So, like if anybody who's seen Boston Legal, great show, by the way. Love Boston Legal. Oh, I love it. Alan Shore, Danny. Oh, God. Great characters in that show. Great characters. Wonderful show. Beautiful. If you love this, you love law, you love law stories about, lawyers, shows about lawyers, games about lawyers, whatever. Check out Boston Legal. You'll like it. It's a lot of fun. It's not entirely law. There's a lot of quirky, crazy hijinks happening throughout the whole show. If you haven't seen it and you like this kind of story, you like a lot of law shows, check it out. That James Spader and William Shatner, they were the two leading men. The spin-off of The Practice. Yeah. Fantastic. Because in The Practice, I think it was what? Was that James Spader's character was in that as well? Or... I don't remember. He's 21 in the first game. Oh, wow. The only thing he's lacking is the experience. I was going to take his virginity tonight, but then I died. Huh.
Sounds like it was fun.
Yes, the last season. Yeah! See, there you go.
Well, I know who to go to if I ever get in trouble now.
I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. Hi. My cat's talking to me, sorry. Hi. Hi. She's being quiet now, of course. Hi. Oh, that was like the quietest meow. She's watching me. Sometimes she likes to watch me. If I'm standing, which I have been, I'm pacing while I'm doing this. I don't know. I got really into this game. And I don't get into games like this often. It's not every time. It's not every game I get into where I'm literally pacing the living room while I'm playing the game. But I have been pacing back and forth in my living room, standing. Usually I'm sitting right on my couch. Because I can get comfy. I'll sit on my couch, sometimes topless. Just picture that. And just playing a video game. But right now I've been pacing. And my cat will usually, she'll sit in the other room until I'm done. She knows. She recognizes by now. She's smart. She knows when I say next time that she'll be like, oh, I gotta come out. I gotta come out. Mama's almost done with her game, so I gotta come out. And then I start doing my outro, right? She recognizes the outro. She knows by now. And that's when she'll come out from hiding. Usually she's like taking a nap on my bed, and then she'll come out and she'll be like, oh, Mama, you're almost done? But when I'm pacing like this, she gets really nervous and anxious, so she like stares at me the whole time. She'll either be sitting on the table, sitting on the couch, sitting somewhere, just watching me pace back and forth. Sitting on one of the dining room tables, chairs. Somewhere. Point is, she's adorable. I love my cat. So just know, even if you guys, you guys think that there isn't hope, at least my cat's always watching too. So you guys aren't alone, okay?
And that's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you.
No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch.
But yeah, of course, you're not alone. My cat is right there with you the whole time. Sometimes sitting on my hoodie.
When I think of the person who did this to Mia...
Ellipses. I know.
Okay, so what do we do? Present. Oh, that's what I gotta do. Present.
Remember that receipt?
You mean the one with my name on it?
Any idea why she...
Absolutely none. Do you trust me?
I trust you.
Why? Don't you think I did it too?
No, I don't.
God, why do they have to show Mia's evidence? God, two heaving evidences. There's a lot of evidence in that picture. They just keep going back to it. I'm too much of a lesbian for this. They gotta stop showing her heaving heaps of evidence right there.
That detective thinks I did it.
Ellipses.
No, I don't need to. Let me just talk.
There's something I've been wanting to ask you.
Yes?
What's with that outfit?
Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say.
Acolytes? Like people in religious training? Or like from Golden Sun? Are you a mage? Are you a white mage? Are you a water adept? What is it that you do?
Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium.
A medium? Like from Golden Sun?
In training.
Oh. Like from Golden Sun? Spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Could you tell me about the day of the murder?
Yes.
I can say murder! You guys, I can say the word murder! When I played this on TikTok, I couldn't say murder. I had to say unalivening. And other stupid things like that. It was fucking dumb. But YouTube doesn't care. They'll let me say fuck. They'll let me say murder. They'll let me say kill. Because this is obviously a game about solving a murder. TikTok is dumb. It's so stupid.
Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold onto a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial.
Evidence?
Yes, that clock shaped like the thinker.
The one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case?
Right. She said something about that. Ellipses. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice?
Her own voice?
Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone.
You recorded it?
Genius! Maya! Oh!
Yeah, I forget how to delete those things.
Your cell phone. So you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone.
What a genius. She hit record.
Oh. I swear, she better make partner. Let's hear it.
Right. Oh, I just remembered that detective took my cell phone. Sorry.
Oh, right. Of course.
Next time I see Detective...
Sorry, I was doing a good impression of Maya.
How did I do?
You did pretty good.
Thanks. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it.
I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay?
Sure, thanks.
Maya's memo added to the court record. A conversation I had with my sister is recorded on my cell phone. Well, that's good. I can use that as evidence, too. Talk about spirit mediums, right?
So, you're an acolyte. A, medium in training.
That's right. The Faith family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world.
You mean you're alcoholics? I am too, so it's okay.
No, spirits as in, like, you know, otherworldly beings, spirits that live beyond the veil.
Oh, you don't mean spirits as in alcohol?
No.
Oh, then forget what I said about being an alcoholic. Wait a second, you said the Faith family? So Mia was into this stuff too?
Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class, too.
I had no idea. Wait!
What?
So you're a real honest-to-goodness spirit medium? With ESP and all that?
Yes, in training.
Well, can't you contact Mia's spirit then? We can just ask her who killed her.
I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level.
I thought that would be too easy. Huh? Something the matter?
I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go ask him to represent me?
Well, I thought I was gonna represent you! What the hell, dude? I thought we had an agreement! But no, I'm not gonna crash out. It's a fictional story. Don't take this personally. It's not about you. It's about Nick.
Sure, why not? I'll go ask.
Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to. Say,
What about your parents? I see. Don't worry. Leave it to me.
Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10 a.m.
What? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
What if this guy refuses?
They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me.
When will that happen?
They're giving me until 4 this afternoon.
And visiting hours are almost up. I'd better hurry. Right, I'll be back. Could you tell me about the day of the murder?
Sorry,
Oh, that was just me doing a good impression of Maya. Sorry, I know it must be hard.
No, it's okay. And that was a pretty good impression of me. You did a good job.
Thanks.
All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial.
That's the thinker clock that Larry made. It practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. So then, when did you arrive at the office?
It was right around 9. The lights were off and...
Schizo Phoenix confirmed. Maybe, or maybe he's just good at, maybe he's, maybe he missed his calling as being a voice actor, Maybe he should be doing this instead of me. Maybe, what if Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, was Phoenix Wright, Ace Gamer Girl? I say Gamer Girl because, he probably would have transitioned and become a Gamer Girl. A true E girl, a girl that takes E, that's E for estrogen. Is it Phoenix Wright? Because Phoenix could easily be a girl's name. He wouldn't even have to change his name. He wouldn't have to. Could you imagine? Dude! Oh my god. If my name was Phoenix, I'd never change it.
The lights were off and I could smell blood. But then I found her, my sister.
Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now.
Okay.
Grossberg? Grossberg? Yeah, let's go.
September 6th, Grossberg Law Offices.
According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention, run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later.
Oh, I can save at any point. Oh, thank goodness. Well, why don't we examine some stuff then? Look at that plant.
An expensive potted plant. It's not plotted, it's potted. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. A table for clients? An elegant ebony case, and if I'm not mistaken, that lighter's made of solid gold, which has an extraordinarily low melting point. Not efficient to have as a lighter! Take that! Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. Oh! That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, even if my nose wasn't stuffed, for that matter. A solid mahogany desk. Mahogany. Just like on Dragon Ball Z Abridged. King Yema had a patented mahogany desk. Take that! The wood's been polished to a deep luster, just as I lust for King Yema's patented Yema hold. Oh, whoops. Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive-looking books. Funny, they don't look like they've ever been read. I'm reading you like a book, Mossberg! Well then, let's go back. Here we go.
September 6th, Fane Co. Law Offices.
The office is filled with police officers.
And detectives, maybe? Oh my god.
They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there! This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry, Don't I know yous from somewhere? Wait a minute, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No, Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? Yeah, guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Wrong, right? You get it? Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer, and you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. Right. And you were...
Detective Gumshoe. How could I forget him?
Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe.
Also, synonyms for detective. I love that they gave him this name.
Right, at your service. Hang on, that's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Ellipses, pal. Oh, hey, Dick! Get over here! Get over here. Yes, sir. Be right there. Him. You're her lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you'd better do it quick.
He thinks I'm Mia's lawyer. Okay, let's talk to him. About Miss Faye. Did you do an autopsy?
Huh? You want to know the results, eh, pal?
Ellipses.
Now, don't you look at me like that, pal. Yeah, it's no use. Yeah, she might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you got any special treatment.
No, that's exactly what that means. If I'm the lawyer who's representing the defendant, I should have access to the autopsy report. That is protocol. That's... I'm getting upset over a piece of fiction. I get it. This isn't the American system. I understand.
Yeah, all right. You can see the report, but that's all, pal.
Wow, the autopsy report is great. Would be super helpful if I was the, defendant's attorney. Autopsy report added to the court record. What about Maya? Let's talk about her, huh? About Maya.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't gonna win.
Well, why do you say that?
The city's put Prosecutor Edgeworth in the prosecution.
Edgeworth?
I'm sure you know what that means. You being a lawyer and all.
Prosecutor Edgeworth?
That's right, pal! Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you?
Of course I do! I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain. He doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict.
Ah, don't talk about him that way. You make him barely sound human. Pal! Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case.
So, Edgeworth is in on this one. Not in on this, he's on this one. He's not in on it. He's been hired. He hasn't lost a case since he became prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. But I also haven't lost a case since I became a prosecutor at the whatever age I am. Of course, there are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. I can present some stuff, so he gave me that, so that's not worth it.
I was wondering.
Did you see Maya Faye's cell phone?
Oh, that? I had that.
Do you think you could give it back?
Sure. I mean, hey, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer.
Uh-oh, he's on to me.
Chat, should I tell him straight? Or tell him not so straight? I feel like most of chat is going to be like, tell him not so straight. Never tell him anything straight. It's 24.5. Today is his birthday on the game. What? It's his birthday? That's crazy.
No, not straight. Got it. Tell him not so straight. I don't want to reveal all my cards, right? Okay, I can't be straight with this guy, but what should I tell him?
Something that matter, pal.
Maybe. Maybe.
Oh. Einfark says maybe.
Oh, no, that carrying strap on the cell phone.
This? It says the Steel Samurai Warrior of Neo-Old Tokyo.
Oh. Fans of this series know that that's a reference. It's foreshadowing. Steel Samurai.
So wait, Mia was a fan
of Steel Samurai? I had no idea. I knew Maya was. I know Maya is. I didn't realize Mia was too. Oh my god, I'm so glad I'm playing this again. There's so much I missed the first time I played it.
The Steel Samurai, that action hero on TV.
Yeah, you see, that strap is a collector's item. She was worried it might get lost if it went down to the precinct.
Yeah, is that what she said?
That's what she said. Yes.
Fun fact. Apparently when you translate Dick Gumshoe's name from Japanese, literally his name is detective, according to a Reddit thread, that is.
Yeah, because they probably don't have nicknames for detectives like we do. We have Dick and Gumshoe, you know, Private Dick is PD, Gumshoe. Yeah.
No, I get that.
They probably don't have those kinds of nicknames that we made in the American language, the English language, as Americans culture did. That makes sense. I swear I made sense when I said those words. Anyways, yes!
Ellipses. Okay, pal. I wrote down all the numbers she called anyways. It's Maya's cell phone. Who has a non-smartphone in 2017?
Yeah, okay, there, good. Thank you.
Here you go.
Seems he didn't notice a recorded conversation. Okay. Well, good. Now it's in my possession. I can listen to it anytime I want. Check the court record to hear the recorded conversation. I guess I've asked all the questions I need to.
You all done, pal?
Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now.
Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to the witness. Anyway, you better not. No influencing the witness with your lawyerly ways.
That's part of the investigation. Like, as a lawyer, as a representative of the defense, like, I'm required, like, you are required to allow me to have access to the witnesses to interview them.
They'll still use
No! What, like the future games? Oh my god, that's crazy. Anyways. That witness. Come to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. I did not. Look at her. She has about as much evidence as Mia does on her. The evidence is staring me right in the face. Those are huge. That's a huge, two huge piles of evidence right there Just staring me in the face. I can't ignore that evidence. I have to go investigate the evidence. Post haste, even. And she's got pink hair. Hear me out. Look, any girl with pink hair. Okay. Hear me out. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. Why is your name April May? Doesn't matter. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me her name, Miss May, huh? So you've sent her home already then? Go outside her room until the trial. So she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than to try to get a detective to leak information. What's her sister's name? June, July? Maybe. Actually, I could see that in like the sequel or something. You got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. I think at that. I think at that we should go pay a visit to Miss May next time on Kayleigh Plays Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Stay tuned, more Phoenix Wright content to come soon. I will let you guys know, schedule will be posted on Friday as per usual right here on my YouTube. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all of my streams. If this week, assuming this week is normal scheduling as per usual with my work schedule, then Saturday should be a 11 a.m. stream, so that'll mean Tomato Adventure. But the next Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney stream will be 7 p.m. Central on Sunday. But I will publish a official schedule on Friday as per usual, so look forward to that. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what kind of games you want to see me play in the future, and let me know, do you guys want me to like go through this whole game? Are we just playing the first game, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, with all 5 chapters? Or should I continue after that and play the second game? Since this is most of this first game I have already played, but it's a matter of getting, so I know who done it. You know? I know who done it. I know some bits and pieces of the story, but there's a lot that's like you have to connect the dots. You have to find the evidence and know when to bring it up in the court cases, and you have to know when to call it out and call out an objection. And that's a big part of the game. Like, knowing who done it isn't totally relevant to knowing when to prove it and how to prove it. So a lot of that I don't really recall much of. I will probably start to remember it as I'm playing each story, but the point is, do we want to just end this story? I want to see the original trilogy back to back, but we'll see how we feel after this game. Play them all eventually, though. Absolutely. At the very least, I'll play them eventually. I would very much like to play the second game, since it's all brand new content for me. I haven't seen anything like this before. It's amazing. And get this, there's not just this one trilogy. There is a second trilogy that takes place after this one. There's a ton of games in this series. And I love it. And I hope that you come to love it, non sequitur. As I have come to love this game. I first saw it when I saw the Game Grumps play it, and I watched like their whole first series, and I had forgotten about it until I ended up playing it on TikTok. Now, here we are a year later, I'm playing it on YouTube. And again, I've forgotten a good chunk of the, all of the investigations themselves. I know who done it at the end of the day for most of these cases. But in terms of how to get there to prove it, I don't remember. So a lot of this we're going to be discovering on our own still. And as long as you, chat, you agree that you want to keep watching me play Ace Attorney games, I will gladly play the second and the third game right after this. I will. And if you like games like this, point-and-click mysteries, then maybe someday, let me know in the comments down below if you want me to bring back Broken Sword. If you watched my Broken Sword playthrough, you want to see more of that, let me know. If not, that's fine too. This is clearly a superior point-and-click mystery game. It's clearly superior. They have a whole series based. I mean, well, Broken Sword has a whole series too. It's got 5 games, but that's not here or there. We're playing Ace Attorney. Let me know in the comments down below. If you want to watch the whole trilogy back to back, I will do it. I will. And if you like this a lot, you want to see more Broken Sword games, or you want to see me play humongous entertainment games. You want me to play some Pajama Sam and Freddy Fish, and what's the car? There's a guy that's a car. There's Spy Fox, and who's the car? There's a car. Can't remember his name. Nope, I lost it. Let me know in the comments down below if you want to see more point-and-click mysteries like this. Even ones that are meant for younger audiences, like the humongous entertainment games like Pajama Sam and Freddy Fish. Let me know. As always, have a great night. Have a wonderful week. I love you all. Bye-bye. 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 Bye!